So recently, Donald Trump found himself in some more controversy when he made a comment about whether or not he would accept the results of the general election for presidency. Let's take a listen.
I would like to promise and pledge to all of my voters and supporters and to all of the people of the United States that I will totally accept the results of this great and historic presidential election if I win.
Which raises the question, how can a candidate legally contest a vote? Luckily today on Government Update with Nate, we are reviewing just that. So today, let's review the ways a candidate can legally contest a presidential vote. Number one is that he has to take it to the states. Now, what I mean by that is that the state has to order the recount, the official recount. And after that recount will be audited. And after that audit, then if they can still contest that vote, they'll take it through the courts of that state, not at the national level, of the state level. And the highest it'll probably go to will be the state Supreme Court. What was unique in the 2000 case in Florida with Bush v. Gore was that the Florida state ordered a manual recount of those votes, and it delayed the recount until after January 6th, which is a crucial day according to a vote. It needs to be decided by then, so that's when the Supreme Court stepped in because of that unconstitutional order of the manual recount. Number two is that not every state will count, so the candidates will only target specific states. They're not going to target every single state in the union. They're only going to target those contested states like in Florida or Ohio or West Virginia or Pennsylvania, those states that are up for grabs or considered a battleground state. They're only going to investigate those specific states, so they're not going to go through every single state because remember, not every state is going to count. It's really those states that are going to push them over the 270 electoral college threshold, which is what everyone is trying to achieve. The third step is that you have to do it within 35 days of the general election. If you wish to contest an election, you have to do it within 35 days. It cannot be done after that. So you only have 35 days, a little bit over a calendar month, to contest that illustrious election. But wait a minute. Ding. What happens if nobody gets the 270 electoral college votes to be elected president? Well, luckily, I have the answer. The vote then goes to the House, and that is the new House of Representatives that is newly elected on that same election night. It's not the current House that's in session. It'll be those new elected representatives, but an important caveat is that not every single House representative will get to cast their own vote. So there won't be 435 votes within the House. It will go to each state of those specific representatives. So the state of New York, for example, will have all of their congressmen get together and cast their ballot on behalf of the state of New York. So there will only be 50 votes for president coming out of the House. After the House selects the president, the Senate then selects the VP. But if the House is taking forever and they cannot decide on the president, the Senate will elect a VP so that there will be a leader of the free world before a specific date in January. And if you think this is nutso-patutso and it would never happen, it's actually happened 3 times in U.S. history. Once in 1800, once in 1824, and again in 1876. In 1800, the House chose to elect Thomas Jefferson over Aaron Burr after taking 36 different votes. In 1824, John Quincy Adams was selected over Andrew Jackson. And finally, in 1876, the House declared that Rutherford B. Hayes was the winner of 3 states where the results had been contested. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's special bonus episode of Government Update with Nate, where I talked about the ways a presidential candidate could contest the presidential election. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy your vote.